Ron and I did a thing.
Yeah, we did a thing.
Yeah, we did a thing. A couple months ago, I had kept bugging Ron about wanting to get something. I wanted to get something to go weekending in the bush with.
I would definitely come back and camp here.
The things I was coming up with, he's like, not going to happen. So he came up with an idea. Let's bring one over from Japan.
Yeah, why not?
So we did. Went through the process. The process of actually getting a vehicle from Japan was easy. We got the van over here, went down to New Westminister, picked it up, brought it home. There are some issues with it. Surprise, surprise.
It is a 24-year-old vehicle, so we expected some issues. Not quite to the extent that we got, specifically because we did ask questions.
We were slightly disappointed and we were told one thing and received something else. And I guess that's a buyer beware learning curve.
100%.
100%, which we'll go into that a little bit further in a few minutes. Anyways, want to see what we bought?
It's a 2001 Mitsubishi Delica.
L400 Space Gear.
L400 Space Gear. Diesel. 4-wheel drive. Super cute. And as you can see, we've started to come into some issues. Not the end of the world. They are repairable. We're going to get them dealt with. There are some, I guess, routine stuff that we kind of knew we were going to end up having to fix. For example,
Well, it needs brakes, ball joints. It has to have a daytime running light module added for the Canadian market, because that's not a requirement in Japan. We knew we'd probably run into things like that. Straightforward, again, 24-year-old vehicle with 170K on it. These little diesel engines are bulletproof, somewhat like a Cummins, so wasn't worried about that, and it runs like a dream. That's the upside.
one other thing, another caveat that should also mention anybody who may be running into purchasing one of these that need parts, do keep in mind that you don't have to have Mitsubishi Delica parts. There are other options.
For a lot of it, there are the other options. There are certain things that are Delica specific, like the upper ball joints. I took it out already, so it's,
yeah,
whatever. Front brake pads are interchangeable with other Mitsubishi models for the US Canada market. Rear brakes, same thing. So there are a lot of parts, maintenance parts, that you can easily buy that are not Delica specific. They actually fit North American sold vehicles. But if you want to look at what we were disappointed at, basically it's this. Now, before we bought it, we specifically asked about perforation in the frame. We were told, no, it's commensurate with age and mileage, should be good, not a problem. Obviously, that is not good.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
Having said that, we are getting it fixed. It's just an added time, cost, obviously, tear down to get to it. Not the end of the world.
Not the end of the world. Ultimately, when it's fixed, it'll be stronger than new.
Okay, so here's a little tour of the inside of this bad boy. It is a right-hand drive. Never driven one before, but you know what? First time for everything. How hard could it be, right? And I would love to start it for you today, but I can't even do that with Ron working on the front end. Don't worry, I won't push anything.
No brake pedal, that's all.
No, I won't touch the... I'm not even going to go over that side just so I don't
Accidentally.
be tempted.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, it's got this cool altimeter, thermometer, and we get the sound of Ron in the background while he's working. Super cool. I mean, look at that. That's the owner's manual. All right, on the owner's manual, I don't know that's going to do me much good. I got a lot of translating to do if that's the case. But, you know what? The thought was there. That's cool. Get an ashtray. They cleaned it. I don't think so. Funny part is, this Delica does not smell like smoke. Considering, obviously, it was smoked in. 4-wheel drive. Seats got some real cool decals on them. Slight tear on that side, but I'm pretty sure I can get one of those leather rebuild fix-it kits that we can doctor that up with. Let's go to the back. All right, second row. Oh, and there's their statement that they cleaned. Did not. So this thing, this little bad boy, seats 8. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it seats 8. Little storage in the back. Cup holders, old-fashioned ashtrays. Oh, I should also mention, there's actually even a lighter. An old-fashioned cigarette lighter. How to work the seats. Not sure I can figure that one out, but that's okay. It's got its own heating and everything in the back. Vents. Outlet. Looks like an aftermarket install. Then there's this. I have yet to figure out how to get this seat to work. Oh, look at that. I just had to take 5 minutes and do it. There we go. But it doesn't really matter because they're coming out anyways. We are going to, well, I use that loosely. I am going to be taking all these seats out of the back and turning it into a weekend camper. Because isn't that what everybody's doing nowadays? Again, now how to put the seat down. Oh, wait a minute. There actually is English writing under there. Are you putting on or taking off?
Your guess as good as mine.
Probably take off.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Lefty
You know,
loosey.
I asked if you were taking on or putting off. I didn't say, can I have some attitude, please?
Oh, I thought that's what you
Yeah, that's what you heard. Welcome to the Rod and Candace Show.
So I mentioned the other day that I wanted to do a couple of shout outs to some people that actually really were beneficial to getting this Delica from Japan. We bought it from Be Forward. We're currently in email conversations with a couple of things that we were not happy with. The cleaning was, we paid for cleaning. It was not cleaned. As I showed you through the walkthrough, there was ashes or cigarettes in the ashtray. There was chips and pens and cigarette butts underneath the seats. And it's really too bad because the process of buying it through Be Forward was very simple. Once we paid for the vehicle, we got a hold of a broker out of New Westminister. Al Thompson was from Thompson Logistics. Absolutely fantastic. He's the broker that we dealt with out of New Westminister. So from the time we've got the bill of lading from the boat, which it came over on Lake Herman, he basically took over from there, got the boat off to the docks, and once that was released from customs, their process, I got a hold of Canuck Towing out of New Westminister as well. They were wonderful. They came, they grabbed it, and they took it over to Stephen at Rising Sun, who will do a vehicle inspection for you. He could actually get it, depending on what's needed, he'll do the repairs, etc., to get it on the road for you. Anyways, they made it incredibly simple, incredibly easy. The problem we had, and it's not really a problem because Ron and I are used to driving great lengths. We had to drive 18 hours to New Westminister, load it on the trailer, bring it back home. Because of the frame issues, we could not get it inspected and insured in New Westminister, where if we had, we could have just flown down, driven it home. But you know what? That's okay. It is what it is. Would I do it again? 100%. Will we do it again? 100%. So I finally got all the decals off the Delica, got all the adhesive off. That was a chore and a half. I'm no body man, and if anybody's out there laughing at me, fly at her. But feel free to come join me next time and give me a hand or give me some pointers. That would be even better yet. So I just spent a couple minutes as well. A little bit of surface rust underneath the doors and along the bottom, which I'll paint this once it's off the trailer so that I don't get a bunch of paint all over our trailer. Okay, so that is the Delica. That's the Delica so far. We will keep you updated, and on the next one, hopefully we'll have it back and we'll start putting the front end back. All right, talk to you later. Bye.